I'm Mark Stewart Greenstein. I am a candidate, and I did want to address what might be on lots of people's minds following any debate about marijuana prohibition. Question is, so how often do you toke? Answer is, never. I don't feel a need for that kind of diversion. But I endorse anybody's right, any adult's right to light up at home or in public permitted places. There is no issue with your partaking. If you ask, so have you ever inhaled? Answer is, it's been a long time. It might have happened in grad school, although secondhand smoke, yeah, because I was in Berkeley, for gosh sakes. The Grateful Dead would play 2 blocks away from dormitory every semester. It was hard to avoid the secondhand cannabis. As far as taking it directly, I'm pretty sure didn't happen in grad school. Yes, college. Yes, high school. Never got high. I was a little scared, but never felt the need and still don't. Folks, I am high on life. I can't imagine anything more pleasurable than snowboarding in fresh powder, which I get. And when I'm not out there, I can imagine what I'll be doing next winter or think back to where I was. And it can be enhanced now with the music, okay? So when you're snowboarding to Clapton, Van Morrison, Springsteen, Joni Mitchell, Billy Joel, it's like an overload, okay? Cap it off with some Beethoven. Oh my God, I can't think of anything more pleasurable. I don't need a substance to change that. And I don't think anybody does. But if you want to use that to enhance your life, your thinking, I have no problem with that. Why did I inhale even in the late 70s and 80s? It was cool. In fact, back then, you were a nerd, a dweeb, if you never toked. Now, 2 things have changed. Number 1 is the abundance of people who go their own way, don't have any peer pressure, and become really role models, okay? That's a nice thing in society. The go along despite your misgivings seems to be lessening. The other thing is, dweebs have turned out great. They become role models now for a lot of success. Witness? Okay, so for a lot of reasons, it's a little easier to step out and say no. But saying yes to something that doesn't hurt anybody else, I fully endorse any adult's right to do that. Marijuana is not addictive. Now, I'm not sure any substance is. There are some strong chemicals in other drugs that make it difficult, but our brains have been given the ability to overcome anything. We have the willpower. It's harder when it's some hard drug that you feel like you need to run over your mother to get the next dose. But still, it can be overcome. You know how I know this? Look, people claim to be so addicted to cigarettes. Some people stop every single week. Every single Friday, Orthodox Jews who are told not to kindle a flame on the Sabbath, no matter how strong their nicotine craving is, they don't light up for that whole next 25 hours. And sometimes when it's a wholly extended day and it's a 2-day Yom Tov, or sometimes there's even a 3-day Yom Tov, you don't see them lighting up either, because they have the brain power and the values that said, God said no, and I'm not going to succumb to that. People who have quit hard drugs tend to have done it with the aid of friends or God or both. You may need to enlist a big army to overcome those chemical impulses. So, but please don't presume that you are a victim inherently. That's why this candidate, who's quite liberal on drug legalization, is ultimately very conservative in terms of values. Liberals believe that we're subject to forces, they're beyond our control, and so they need government help. The conservatives say God gave you a brain and willpower, and you should use it. It can overcome strong chemical impulses. It can overcome peer pressure. Using that allows you to be the human being that probably God envisioned for you all along.